In this video, I'm checking out 20 Ableton live extensions I found. Ableton recently opened up their developer SDK so users can now build their own custom tools that run directly inside Live. From sample chopping and MIDI generation to workflow helpers and external app integrations. Disclaimer, you'll need Live 12.45, which is still in beta. And just a heads up, some of these tools are still clunky, might not work on your system, and may require extra setup. Comment down below and let me know which tool is your favorite. All right, let's dive in. First and foremost, where do you get these extensions? Well, you can find them in the Ableton Discord channel. There's an extensions community where you can find a collection of all the extensions. I'll leave a link down below to Ableton's Discord so you can get connected to it. But simply find an extension that you want to download and you open up the chat window. And usually it is found on the very top. You just want to click on the link. And when you want to look for the ABLX file, that's the file that's already compiled. So all you need to do is install it directly into Ableton's extension section. Otherwise, sometimes they might not provide the ABLX and you'll need some developer knowledge to create it. Easiest way is to find the ABLX file. And of course, you need Ableton 12.45, which is currently on beta. But I believe if you have a license, you can apply for a beta. But this should be coming out to public soon. Just open up the preferences. At the bottom, there's an extension section. These are all the extensions I've installed. Simply on the top, you can choose the file to install. Just like I did before, you find the ABLX file that you want to install, double click it, and it'll automatically install it. All right, reverse reverb. So here's an iconic vocal sample.
Shall weakness the day that Babylon shall fall.
Simply highlight your vocal and choose reverse reverb. I love that you can set the length of the reverse reverb. We're going to reverse the reverb. You can also append the dry hit if you want, set the wet mix and so forth. Boom, and there you go. And oftentimes you want to shorten that tail and only go up to the first word.
I know that all of you shall weakness the day that Babylon shall fall.
I absolutely love this tool. Endless hours have been spent in my tracks doing reverse reverbs and transitions on various sounds. This is going to save a lot of time. Here's another neat one. Aim and break here. It's called bend, cut, rearrange. There's various cutting algorithms. I love the square pusher one. Essentially, you choose the amount of cutting of these frequencies, the length of your bars. Let's make it 8 bars and apply. And it automatically chops up and mashes up your break. Instant jungle. Here's another cool one. By the way, these breaks are from the Acid Lab Volume 2 sample pack. This one's called JS Loop Collage. Similar to the chopping, you can choose the slice length, which will be used to chop the break. You might want to choose the loop length, how many variations you want. You can even add this bit crush amount, which is cool, even reversing samples. This one has a lot more parameters to mess with, and simply click create, and it creates your pattern for you. Very neat. JS also made this really cool transition tool as an extension. So you can create risers. Simply choose the type of sound you want for the riser. I'm going to choose the noise. I'm going to choose a bandpass filter sweeping up and then gentle movement. You can even add stutter if you want, so forth. Maybe it will increase the drive, maybe a flanger as well. And boom, it just creates a riser in the selected area that you want. Very cool. This one's been talked a lot about. It's pulse stretch for live, and apparently pulse stretch is an infamous time stretching algorithm that lets you to stretch things beyond measure. So you can do extreme stretching up to 1000x of the original size of the sample. Let's just do a modest 15x, and you can also ramp it if you like. All right, so there's that Babylon sample. So a really cool way to create atmospheric sounds that have this kind of character to it. You can tell it's a vocal, but it's so stretched out. It's atmospheric. Really cool what you can do with this thing. By the way, if you're looking for jungle production tools, check out my Jungleism Serum 2 preset pack, which contains breaks, bass, and synth presets for jungle production, packed with the breaks and the bass. And you can use the macros and patterns to perform live and mash it up. Watch this. Super fun, and you can even mess with the patterns in here in the clip mode, play with the macros to manipulate the breaks. Tons of breaks like this to mess around with jungle production. Also, if you're looking for more jungle old school breaks, check out the OG Jungle sample pack. And for bass signs, Gnarly Volume 1 and 2 are your best bet. Now comes together in a bundle for a discounted price. You can also grab 12 previously released packs all in a bundle in the Devin Audio Production Suite at 50% off. So if you're looking for an arsenal of tools, this is the way to go. You can learn more about these packs as well as junglism down in the links below. Waveform Editor is a really useful tool. You can do cool things such as fading in or out a sample. You can even reverse it, bend it up or down. You can preview the sample. What's really stand out is you can take the pencil tool and change the waveform like that. Obviously, that's going to turn into mashup, but really cool tool for manipulating the waveform. Click apply and you get the new sample right there. Chord reharmonizer is quite cool. You might have a chord like this, just a basic chord pull-in reharmonizer. You can find chords that are congruent with it, create even chord progressions and whatnot. You can view all chords and add your own as well, and then just drop it in. It just adds it to a new MIDI clip. Really neat tool if you're looking for ideas for chords. Here's another transition tool simply called just that. This one you can also set whether it's a noise or note, add some reverb as well, which is kind of neat. You can add the note, let's make it a sine wave and we'll fade it in like that. The noise would also fade in. You can specify how the filter filters in. So you can start low, going up high like this. And then once you're ready, create, and then it'll fill the riser in your selected space, which was 2 bars, perfect. Oftentimes I'll have a complete drum groove all done within one drum rack. So JS Drum Rack Splitter is quite useful. It splits every sound into its own track. Very useful tool. Assign track name is quite useful. Names all the clips with a number. The basic pitch tool apparently uses Spotify's pitching algorithm, which people are saying is more accurate when you convert audio to MIDI. Here's the audio. Here's the MIDI. BBC sound effects is really cool. You can look up all its archive of free sounds and import it into your project. Beat Slicer is pretty handy. It'll slice up your break in audio and rename each clip by number. This one's kind of interesting. Drum fill generator. If you have a drum rack with a bunch of sounds, set the complexity and the level of granularity on the grid, and it'll generate drum fills. The Freesound sampler is also really cool. Similar to the BBC effects, you can search for this entire archive of free samples and then import it directly. Key pulse is pretty cool. You can detect the key and BPM and append it to the clip name. Midnight Tools is another cool tool to help you come up with chord progressions. You can generate new progressions, choosing the vibe and the chord type, or even choose different variations as well. Here's the result. I also like that there's a humanize section. It makes the stacking of the notes a bit off. It's more like a real piano player. Note Forge allows you to generate arpeggiated patterns, specify the number of steps, the note length, the rhythm, and so forth, and then generate. Not sure how useful the actual patterns are, but maybe if you tweak it, you'll find something useful. This one's pretty neat. You can convert the sample rate and bit depth of a sample directly in Ableton. Unlike Redux, where it's just an effect, this actually prints the file. Get that lo-fi sound. Sometimes you might want to add a specific effect on every single Ableton track, such as some mixing tools like utility or an EQ at the end of each one. You can just click the effect, add it. It'll add it to every single track, and this tool is called Repeat It. JS Loop Mutator is pretty crazy for mashing up breaks. This one has a lot more effects and things, such as tape stop, flanger, reversing, and stutter. So you can do some pretty crazy stuff with this. Let's try randomizing all these sections and then apply and export. Reminds me of the glitch tool from years ago. Really useful for little aim and break edits. Picture seems pretty cool. It's kind of like a Melodyne built into Ableton. I don't have a license to actually use this yet, but seems promising. You can check it out if this is interest of you. This live studio tool seems pretty all-encompassing. I believe it's a MIDI tool generator. There's like a drum section where you can generate patterns, organizing tracks, gain staging. There's a lot here. I haven't had time to go through all this yet, but look for it if you want to experiment with it. Yoink tool is pretty useful. Oftentimes there's a sample I want to rip from YouTube or other social media. So you can simply paste the link and load it in. And just to note, you'll need a couple executable files to run the 𝗙𝗘𝗘𝗙 and the FFmpeg file. Those are both used in the back end. You need to know how to grab those files online and then set the path in Windows. But here's the sample. You can set where you want to sample it. Let's say 20 seconds in, and then drop it into the set.
And not even the dog that piss against the wall of Babylon shall escape this judgment. For I know that all of the youth shall witness the day that Babylon shall fall.
So helpful. If you're on Windows and you're wondering how to install the FFmpeg and 𝗙𝗘𝗘𝗙 that some of these tools require, you first will have to grab these files online. I'll leave a link down below. And you have to copy both executable files in a common folder. I just have it in C drive FFmpeg/bin. And then you'll need to go into Windows and search for the term environment variables. And this window will pop up. Click on environment variables and then edit the path and then add C drive FFmpeg bin there and click OK. And once you've set the path, then those plugins should work. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me use the latest Ableton Essential tools. New ones are still coming in day to day on the Ableton Discord channel, so make sure you follow that channel to get the latest. My name is STRANJAH, music producer of over 25 years, releases on Metalheadz, Hospital Records, and Critical Music. If you want to support this channel directly, check out deviantaudio.com for sample packs, preset packs, and Ableton kits to help you along your journey. For more drum and bass sound design videos, check this playlist up here. To learn more about drum and bass drum programming, check this playlist up here. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Until the next video, stay creative, and peace out.